Hello friends, welcome to A to Z Learning channel. Today we have brought our new video which will be focusing on Tata Steel and steel industry as a whole. In today's video, we will do a comprehensive company review and analyze all the important facts that are important for you to know from a investment perspective. So it's going to be very important video. So this video has got basically three sections in which we have grouped entire information. In the first section, we'll look at company and industry overview. In the second section, we will look at Tata Steel's financial performance, the recent financial performance. And in the last section, we will look at what is in the store for the future for Tata Steel. So what's the outlook? What's the future? Whether we should stay invested, whether you should accumulate more or come out of this stock. All that we will discuss in detail in the final section of this video. So this is going to be very important video. If you are looking to invest or you're already invested in Tata Steel, this video is going to be your most important video to watch to keep yourself fully informed about the company's progress and outlook. We want a couple of things from you. First of all, we want your undivided attention so that you watch our video till the end and don't miss anything important that we are covering in this video. And the second thing that we want from you is, if you've not subscribed our channel A to Z Learning, then please do subscribe our channel so that you get the notification on our new videos immediately. So without any further to do, I'll start my video. And as I said, the first section is going to be focusing on company and industry overview. So we'll start with company overview first. I don't know how many of you know that Tata Steel was established back in 1907. It was established as Asia's first integrated private steel company, and now it is amongst the leading global steel players. I think the word that first integrated private steel company may not make sense on its own. So let me describe it to you a bit more. When we say integrated steel company, we basically mean that they do everything right from mining to manufacturing and then marketing the branded products. So Tata Steel is one of those few companies in the steel industry which do everything, and that's why they're called integrated private steel company. And they have been in existence from 1907. So over 100 years of strong presence and legacy that this company carried with it. This company is operating out of India, Europe, and Southeast Asia. It has got manufacturing presence in 26 countries and commercial presence in over 50 countries worldwide. Its products include hot and cold rolled coils and sheets, galvanized sheets, tubes, wire rods, construction rebars, and bearings. So it has got a broad suite of product portfolio, and therefore their ability to really cater to all customer need is much better. It has been recently recognized, in fact, only last year, as the Steel Sustainability Champion. Steel industry and the steel companies are big industry companies. For them to have a sustainability recognition is a very big thing. So it's a big thumbs up to Tata Steel for being recognized as Steel Sustainability Champion. So that was all about company overview. Now let's move to the second part of the first section, which is industry overview, steel industry overview. First of all, I may be saying the obvious, but I'll still say, because number of you may not know about that or may not appreciate this, that steel for any economy in the world is most crucial, is the most critical for the development of any economy in the world. In fact, most countries, when they measure their level of economic development, they always use the index of per capita steel consumption. It is seen as a key measure, key metrics to know what is the level of economic development taking place in the country. Global steel production is roughly 1.8 billion tons, or 1,870 million tons. That was the number from last year, which was roughly about 3.4% higher than 2018 numbers. And again, probably not a surprise to many of you that China is the largest steel producer in the world. They manufacture roughly about 1 billion ton every year, which represents roughly 53% of the total world production. So they are the big player, they're the largest player. And it may be slightly surprising for you to know that India is the second largest steel producer in the world, and it produces about 111 million tons every year, which is only 6% of global production. So you can see that out of 1.8 billion ton, China does about a billion, and all other players amount to kind of the remaining whatever zero point 0.9 billion ton. So China is way ahead of every other country. India being the second largest is just the 6% global production market share, whereas China has got 53%. So it's a massive difference. They are way ahead of everybody else. India has recently gained the second largest steel producing position. Earlier, it used to be Japan, which produces about 90 million tons every year, and then the US is slightly behind, about 88, 87 million ton. So these are the kind of three, four main countries in the steel producing business, but clearly China is way ahead of everyone else. Growth in Indian steel sector has taken place. So between 2018 to 2019, they grew just under 2%, which is less. But if you look at the overall global growth of 3.4%, India growing 2% is not too bad. What are the main reason that steel sector is growing in India? I think first of all, the local proximity of raw materials such as iron ore and the availability of cost-effective labor. So more economical labor supply make sure that Indian steel industry is able to tap these two resources and produce more of steel. I think other than that, I would say that even government, as it's a very important sector for the country as a whole, so government has also brought in some favorable regulations. They introduced national steel policy in 2017, which allowed 100% foreign direct investment through automatic route, so less of a paperwork, less of a bureaucracy for people to raise money, people to get money, investment money in India. And more recently, last year, government also introduced steel scrap policy, which is with a view to make sure that our reliance, steel industry's reliance on import reduces. So hopefully this has been helpful so far in terms of company overview and industry overview, and you're finding it simple to understand. We would look forward to your comments. So if you have any comments in terms of the content that we have shared so far, please do provide us your comment, because that's a useful encouragement and also a sense of direction whether we're hitting the mark for our viewers or not. So let's move to the second section of our video, which is company's financial performance, Tata Steel's financial performance. So first of all, if you look at the steel production index for Tata Steel, they produced 28.5 million ton in the financial year 20, which was about 5% higher than financial year 19. So big thumbs up to the company on really increasing their production level. Clearly, financial year 21 first half has been quite an issue because of pandemic and all that. So the numbers are going to be lower for financial year 21, but financial year 20 was clearly a positive growth story for Tata Steel. Financial year 20 revenue and profits both were down compared to 19. And if you want to see the numbers, clearly revenues were down 10%, as you can see on this table. So 10% down in 20. And profits were more significantly down, which was 89% down relative to 2019. So what was the reason? Profits were mainly down because of lower deliveries, higher exception charges, and lower finance income. Pretty much anything that can go wrong with the company went wrong with Tata Steel, and therefore they ended up having the number that they had for financial year 20. 21, so 6-month number that we have up to 30th September 20. Again, doesn't look really good. Revenues are down, profits are significantly down, but I think that's more explainable because of the pandemic situation and the lockdown, which resulted into no production, no sales activity for many companies, and Tata Steel is no different there. But there is a green shoot. There is a positive news in terms of financial performance. They they have generated free cash flow of 7,700 crore, which is a big thumbs up for Tata Steel, and they've also reduced their net debt position. So those were the two kind of pluses on the financial performance, which are worth noting. Then comes the next piece that I wanted to kind of share with you guys is in terms of peer comparison. So I've looked at JSPL, JSW, SAIL while comparing Tata Steel. In terms of market capitalization, if you look at clearly JSW is 84,000 crore, as again Tata Steel 69,000, whereas SAIL 20,000 crore and JSPL is about just under 25,000 crore is the market capitalization comparison. But I think return on asset is important measure to see how well the company has done. So on return on assets, Tata Steel was the best at 4.68%. Second best is JSW with 4.61%, and others are way behind. Return on equity, again, Tata Steel is the second best here with 9.29, which is an impressive return, though JSW produced almost 14.5% return, which is the best in the industry. Um, P, price over earning kind of multiples. I think this is basically lower the number, better the upside potential the company would have. So here JSW is 5.78, so their stock price is already 5.7 multiple of earning, whereas Tata Steel is 4.66 and SAIL is 5.66. So relative to its peers like JSW and SAIL, Tata Steel is undervalued in the market. So their stock price has the potential to go further up. Earning per share, Tata Steel is the best. Their earning per share is about 58 rupees, and whereas JSW is 22, and others are single digit numbers, so not even worth comparing. So overall, on these four key benchmark of comparing performance, ROA, ROE, P, and EPS, overall, I think Tata Steel scores very well, and that gives me the confidence that the outlook can be positive for this company in terms of stock price return potential. And that takes us nicely to our final section in terms of what's next and what's the kind of outlook for the future for this company. So first of all, to acknowledge that pandemic has severely affected many countries, many industries, and it's a global phenomena, and steel industry is no exception. Though lately, global demand and demand in India is improving, and we are all hoping that the second half of 21 financial year is going to be much better than the first half. Governments around the world, including India, are announcing significant stimulus packages, and by and large, those packages are focusing in the areas like infrastructure, construction, uh, and those industries are clearly kind of going to benefit the steel industry. If I look at the demand in the infrastructure, construction, automobile, and real estate, they're all likely to kind of go up in the second half of financial year 21 globally, and these sectors favor steel industry. So therefore, steel industry is going to do well, and therefore, I'm very hopeful that Tata Steel will also do really well. The third point to kind of highlight in terms of Tata Steel's own capability, I think their branded product portfolio like Tata, Shaktiman, Tata, Steel UMS, those branded product that they have in their portfolio, they give them a competitive advantage. There are not many players which kind of brand their product the way Tata Steel does, and and the independent research has suggested that this competitive advantage in terms of branded product portfolio has the potential to give them up to 20% of revenue going forward. So it's a big plus for Tata Steel. Similarly, Company is also focusing in terms of a huge digital transformation. And Chandra, who's the current chairman of Tata Group of Companies, he was the CEO for TCS, which is the world-known IT company. And with his new role, he's driving across the Tata Group companies the digital transformation, and Tata Steel is in the same boat. So that one IT project is a key initiative that will bring lots of efficiency for the firm, lots of better management, and integrated supply chain structure, which will do good for Tata Steel as a house. So overall, resilience of the company is so strong that they are already at the capacity utilization to the normal levels. When I'm saying normal levels, pre-COVID levels, and they've already achieved highest ever sales despite all the disruption that pandemic has caused, COVID has caused. So overall, it's a very, very strong internally as well as industry-wise, regulatory provision-wise, industry setup to see a momentum in their growth, and Tata Steel is well, I guess, established to capitalize on that growth story. Stock is already up 24% if you look at last 1 month number, but there is a potential for it to go further up because industry is yet to see that momentum, growth momentum, demand coming back, and Tata Steel is well placed to capitalize that. So overall, we place a strong buy rating on this stock. If you are interested in staying invested, then stay invested, hold on. If you want to accumulate further, then please accumulate more shares. This has got potential to give you better returns in the future. I hope this video is helpful and all the information has been shared in a very simple manner with you. We look forward to your comments. Comments are very, very important. Become part of our viewers community by subscribing our channel, A to Z Learning channel, so that we can get your suggestion in terms of the content that we need to put videos on in the future, and become part of the mission that we have set for ourselves of simplifying the complex world of savings and investment. So be part of this journey by subscribing A to Z Learning channel. Thank you very much for watching our video, and good luck with your investment decision. Thank you.